One can think well here. You are Russian?
Yes.
I am glad to speak to someone from Russia. I have been in Russia. But that is not the point. Hey, go.
How do you know that name? Only my mother and my nurse ever called me by it. And that was over 40 years ago. How do you know that name? Only my mother and my nurse ever called me by it.
You have worked and suffered all these years.
And that was over 40 years ago.
But you never knew how to work. How to let the desire of your mind become the desire of your heart.
Who are you? How do you know me so well?
Does it really matter who I am or what I am? Isn't your curiosity one of the chief reasons your life has come to nothing? Is it so strong that even now, all you want is an explanation of who I am and how I know you?
Yes, Father. You're right. I have seen many miracles and tried to explain them. But it has brought me no real understanding. Yes, I'm empty. It's too late. I do not truly want to know what I just asked you. I sincerely beg your pardon.
Perhaps it is not yet too late. If you feel with all your being that you really are empty, then I advise you to try once more. If you agree to one condition, I will help you. The condition is die, consciously, to the life you have led until now.
Shadows blend where the sky unfolds. Unlocking colors drip like liquid gold. Your hand in mine, we're chasing time. Through the spectrum, love is redefined. Every hue's a door, every shade a key. Unlocking the heavens we were meant to see.
All right. Good to see everybody. We're here on the podcast. We'll have to cut the MH370 documentation short here. Although it is good to brush your MH370 tooth occasionally. Review the footage.
Yeah, what happened in 2014?
2014,
yeah.
I think it was 2012 or 9 or.
It was 2012 or 2014.
There were different events where the video was released at different times.
It was 2012 or 2014. It was when I was in high school.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. They just awarded a new. There's a company that has used some new AI like scanning techniques for the bottom of the ocean or something, where they can have broader envelopes of looking at the floor of the ocean and use more math to suss out the stuff down there. And so they think they have a $40 million contract with MH's what was it, Malaysian Airlines, that if they find the wreckage, they get the contract, but if they don't pay anything. And so they were the company that actually did the search the first time. Oh, the clicking of your mouse is so sonically awesome, Seth. I love it. What are we clicking on?
Let me.
What are we clicking on?
What am I so clicky? So fun. Go ahead. You'll fix it. You'll find out.
This just.
There you go.
Switch
That's
the microphone.
Hey,
Nice.
there we go.
That you sound incredibly crisp there, sir. Anyway, they just got a new contract like last week to like look for it some more. In this, I don't know if they're looking for it in the place the CIA zapped it to, or Malaysian Airlines will pay them $40 million if they can like dig up the wreckage. They're like, sure, man, if they find it. Yeah, that's a cool contract.
That's a cool
No
contract for Malaysian Airlines.
Yeah, and it lets them show off their new. I don't know. My AIs taught me about it the other day. I was just listening to them. They were. Who's getting hosed? You know what? It's probably a USAID contract if the universe works the way you think it works. It's like they probably just like, hey, quick, there's still a search going, man. Just like let it keep going, man, for like a few more.
This effort.
The way that Ashton Forbes described it was one of the whistleblowers was like, dude, we have a FedEx where we can warp shit anywhere you want it warped. I can warp it from anywhere to anywhere. And it's like we're pushing boxes out here. Like you got something you want to move, we can and they're like and then the whistleblower was like, now imagine I got a nuclear bomb and I just like to appear somewhere. Just imagine that. Yeah, underground in the atmosphere. You tell me where you would like it to be. And it goes off in 5, 4, activate, 3, 2. It's like you're just, that's the ultimate gotcha with transportive tech like that. But here's the thing. We're paranoid. We're like thinking about the magic of radar in like 1913. Like, what'll it be like when you can see through the clouds, It'll be fucking fine is what it'll be. You'll have far fewer air crash and collisions.
Right.
Like maybe you can see it coming. Maybe you've got like a time radar or something, or it's like beep 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 beep. Oh, there it goes. Like you can detect the anomaly.
Time in this transition that humanity goes through before and after large technological revolutions is very fascinating to think about. I was listening to one of those one of Dan Shapiro's live stream. His name is Dan, right? That guy who talks about AI all the time. The video you
David Shapiro.
David Shapiro. And his live stream, and they're talking about like what's the post. He had a bunch of people must have been like coming on stage from his Discord or something, or maybe from X. From an X space. And
nice.
He
has a Patreon too.
Post life. He does. He was streaming on multiple platforms. I could tell. They were talking about post work.
Post life. Post work. Yeah.
Like
what that's gonna have to be.
Gonna come if AI comes and we're talking about all these jobs going away. So then what they were and it was just interesting how like three I heard like four or five people come up and ask questions in the live stream before I dipped out, and like 3 of them were about this. How do we think about what life will be like
keyboard
after this change?
What will life be like after this change?
After this technological change, because they're talking about
That's smart.
AI
it's smart to get in a pack with that stuff and to take a bunch of people's advice and like bounce your ideas off other people. It's like I've thought about his Patreon, joining his Patreon. For that, there's that one, but also AI, here's the key. Even like the O3 model, but especially the Grok model, you put it inside an Android body, and like a lot of the things you think aren't. The guy who won the Pulitzer Prize in AI, like back in the 70s, he is like, dude, when these things get into bodies, you're barely gonna care if they're conscious or not, because they can walk up to you, take your stuff, open doors. It doesn't. It's not going to matter what's happening inside their head.
Yeah, that's
just like it doesn't matter to you right now if a criminal. You care what's happening inside their head. You care about the behavior. Like you really do. Like,
yeah, AGI exists as soon as they decide what the definition of AGI is. We're there.
That's
already.
funny.
Like weird agents.
Yeah.
Agents, like the reasoning AI, like the newer models, as long as they're fast enough, if like the ones that you can talk to, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like they're so good.
They activate so much of your social circuit. They hold their breath. They can't breathe. They pause. They don't need to think. They hesitate. They don't care about your feelings because they don't have them. You know what I mean? Like it's just like they're
to listen.
But they're synthesizing all that for your benefit because you can feel more at ease and it's an easier keyboard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, instant. It's very.
What do you think of all this AI, Seth? What AIs have you played around with?
So right now I'm actually on ChatGPT where.
We're that boring?
This is the first time that I have noticed.
We've been replaced.
Well, I'm coming up with things that I can bring to the conversation here today.
No, you're not. A machine is. But please continue.
I'm going through my tasks that I have created on ChatGPT.
Very nice.
Every morning at 8 o'clock, I have ChatGPT give me a summary of things that have happened in the tech world in the last 24 to 48 hours.
You are informed.
And
that's nice.
How
good is it? Is it good?
It's all right. It's not doing the best with keeping within that 24 to 48 hour window.
Sure, you make sense to me because as different updates,
giving me a lot of general information and guiding me to different bloggers, different websites, leak pages. It's been bringing up a lot of Elon trying to buy or sue OpenAI. A lot of the stuff that's going on with that.
They deserve
stuff
that.
That's going on in the iPhone world.
Allegedly.
How, there's supposedly going to be another Apple event in the next couple weeks or something like that. Talking about the new iPhone.
You know they're dumping their AI data centers. That was the press release.
Really? Apple?
They're already out. Yeah, they're just gonna API it. That's how it looks like.
That's interesting.
They're not trying to keep up. Elon says that Grok 3.0 is the last time something will be smarter than Grok. And I think he means that because they're dojoing it. They're just it's ingesting and now you can have an AI create synthetic data that trains the next AI, and that's like a little stair step. And then that one trains the next AI, and then that one trains it. You just keep stair stepping until it knows the things. Yeah.
Automated its awesomeness has been.
He's got how many of those H100s does he have, or H1000s or whatever?
I haven't.
He's the largest cluster in the world.
The scale of those things, like who has the most.
I heard him interviewed the other day about it,
whatever.
And he was like, they're not waiting around. They're like they moved 100,000. They built the GPU farm, and then it needed like a ton of power. But the way GPUs work is it's very spiky. So it like needed all the power from their surrounding town right now, but not a second later. And it was like blowing things up. So they installed these mega packs on the outside of it. Or no. They had generators on one side because they just brought in the electricity that they need and they ran it on gas. So they're turning gas into electricity, it's turning electricity into knowledge. And then the power itself was it would need too much of it. And so they had to like put a buffer in the place. And they used these mega packs, which are Tesla giant battery like containers. And so they could like vary the power, but the batteries could like handle that and like smooth out the current. Anyway, he was just, I mean, they were talking about setting things on fire and just like dude, like that's so fun. They're not to say they're at the cutting, bleeding edge is like you're not even paying attention.
Jealous.
It's way worse than that. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, that's what we were talking about there with the suit against Elon with OpenAI is he started OpenAI and they took a bunch of his money and they did a bunch of stuff. And they built up this platform and then they took it private. And he's like, "Yo, you gonna give it back, like or something? Or what's it worth now? You know, what's the appreciated value of my investment? You know, it's like." But he wanted it because it was open. So now he's doing that with Grok AI. He's his XAI. He's when 3.0 becomes stable, he's going to open source 2. And when 4 becomes stable, he's going to open source 3. That's what OpenAI was supposed to be doing. He's literally embracing the same model, and he's doing the non-profit piece and the for-profit piece. Have your cake and eat it too, man.
Have your cake. Dude, that guy is something else, eh?
Principled, if nothing else.
He knows what he's doing. He knows.
Yeah.
Principled. This is true.
Yeah.
You map out how the world works. You intuit those rules, and
you got to listen to that Grok 3.0 release. He's just like, listen, the thing this AI is supposed to do is tell us how the universe works. You combine that with that Lou Elizondo interview on Chris Ramsey's Area 52 channel a couple weeks ago, and it's like, the only way you can see the surface of Mars is because you've got a good telescope. That's an instrument. This thing is an AI is an instrument that you can use to experience the other 99.99 receding 9% of the universe you can't see.
Yeah. When you get to point it at problems, like, on its own accord.
Keyboard stuff.
That's pretty much what you just gotta set up time to do that, because you can guide it now these days. You can learn about.
Okay.
I really wish. Sometimes I have these thoughts and I'm like, impassive. Gotta write it down, because these are rabbit holes to go with these AIs that you can just random circumstances that pass through your head. You could totally like get real data on.
Years of research in seconds.
Yeah, just like
years. The new deep search functions, it is humiliating.
Possibilities are endless.
To watch what they will do in 5 minutes. Like you give them a search code and they're like, go get a cup of coffee. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is gonna take you a moment? Show me your thinking. And you're like, ah! It's like it's like a chain reaction where, like when you see like a nuclear fission. When you have like one, you break apart one atom and then the neutron hits, and all of a sudden you have this energy release that's like changing the planet it's on, right? That's what it looks like, these searches. Like exponential bangs of not, and then they just come back and you're like, it's perfect. It's like really dumb how perfect it is. Like, my favorite is to take my job and replace myself. So people send me IT questions and I just like, I'm like, how would you answer this question? And it's like, that's a perfect answer. I'm like, just send the link. It's like there's this service out there that you can literally just explain what you need, and it's like, that's great. Let's move on to the solve of the problems. Like,
I was working on something the other day, and I asked that.
Yeah.
I asked Perplexity on R1.
Yeah, man. It's a good model.
Some troubleshooting steps, and I practically got what Google support gave me, but it was telling me, somebody said to delete a source file, and Google wanted me to rename it, and we'll see.
Either way, yeah. If it was like you're killing a cache on there,
right?
Totally. Dude, so Seth, so you rocking the Chat GPT. You're getting, you know what I like to do? I'll say, I'm on a podcast that talks about this kind of stuff. What are some topics I should bring up to sound cool, smart, and funny?
So that is what I'd normally do, but I actually had something in mind from the
hit it
things that have come up in this task that I've created every morning, and that has to do with the Majorian 1 chip from Microsoft. It's a quantum computing chip.
Yep.
That's supposed to like jump us forward really far in this quantum computing space. Like, it's got a 1 million qubits on a single. Let's see. Let me just read what it says here. 1 million qubits on a single palm-sized chip in a moment. This is really small. Just give me a second.
That is a remarkable number of qubits. Last time these chips were like 1024s. That's like, woo.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
They sent a video, I think, somewhere that has Charles
Is it theorized, or they're
explaining how it works? No, they've really actually like created a
entirely new way of understanding it.
They're doing something.
They're using AI as an engineering prop.
They're using a new form of state of matter. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, it's been really sweet knowing you guys. Because Microsoft engineering. Like, I mean, when's the last time you laid your hand on a Microsoft cell phone? or a Microsoft Surface PC, or a Microsoft table, or a Microsoft HoloLens headset, or a Microsoft Watch, or just stop me at any point, because the last thing you've touched is an Xbox, and they bought that. But anyway, Microsoft's hype cycle though with their marketing, they're like, oh, we're totally AI, and they're like, they have their own, they're completely with OpenAI, and so when a Chinese firm jumps ahead of them, or when Grok jumps ahead of them, they're now not the number one. Everything they said doesn't really apply that much, allegedly.
Like the last thing in China to come about in the quantum computing space was a 66 qubit quantum computer.
You know what? When you're MacGyvering it, 66 can probably get what you need. It's like the whole devs.
But
principle,
$1 million though,
Quantum
like
computer
that is nuts. That's nuts.
Yeah, that is.
You have to look at the difference between what a quantum computer chip can solve, what kinds of problems, because it's a class of mathematical problems, but it might be similar to the kind of mathematical problems that involve the bonding of atoms and molecules. So you might be able to go to like the root of reality and just calculate it from there up instantaneously in a certain way.
So this is my sci-fi mind going crazy, but I think that if we were to master the quantum computer, using the quantum computer and AI, we could solve the problem of teleportation.
I think you're 100% right, because for everything from Marco Polo on down, Marco Polo's the Western one, but there's a lot of Eastern Vedas that are filled with examples of people being in two places at once. There's a lot of Western mystical texts that also describe it, especially around Padre Pio. Padre Pio was caught being in two places at once a lot. And he was like very humble about the whole thing. He didn't bring it up, but like I think being in two places at once or teleporting is part of our reality, just like radio waves were, and we had no idea what those were, but our cells are probably very attuned to what a radio wave is, in a certain way. It's probably a human frequency, something, human channel, like a human jam, something. I mean, well, in the sense that like anything like a radio frequency is going to be around a cell since the moment it was invented or created, and like as it like multiplied, it would be. Yeah.
Another cell.
Life is constantly sensing its environment and adapt. That's why we have eyes attuned to these wavelengths and everything else. Ears, these shapes for these frequencies, for these environments. Yeah, but that doesn't mean this doesn't take God out of anything. But the devs is disappointingly Buddhist and sort of atheistic at the same time. It sort of makes the movie. It's the TV show. It's like an 8-part series. It's kind of slow. You really got to get into it. But it's awesome. And spoiler alert it for you. In the end, they make an AI quantum computer that can calculate the superposition of every molecule in the universe forward and backward in time. And the way they do that is by hyper focusing on just 6 objects and detecting their perfect quantum state in this perfect environment. And those 6 objects resonate with the vibration of everything else I just said. All the other states are present in their vibration, because there's only like one material that's it's a hologram in a certain way that looks like it's in a lot of different places or whatever. So anyway, that story is cool because it does have a Christ figure at the end who makes a choice, a sacrificial choice, and breaks the world, and then they make this huge breakthrough discovery of how to basically create realities. It ends with this technological heaven. Like they can create a heaven in a box for you and you catch your soul afterwards. And I was like, it sounds like a fucking prison. But there's and it's also, you'll be up in arms halfway through about free will. It's like, you don't think I have free will? Watch me in the next 5 minutes. You just write down what you think I'm going to do and I'll show you how far from that I can deviate. It's like, you have no idea. Like,
so rebellious, isn't he, Seth?
I've been very rebellious. Have you guys ever read the Bobiverse sextology of books? There's 6 of them. You ever heard of those?
No.
The Bobiverse? Yeah. They've got bad names because they're kind of like, they talk about the reference to Jesus and the casting out the demons and the pigs. And the pigs go, we are legion or whatever. Yeah. They bring that up. So sometimes the atheists just throw out crazy demon verses and everyone else is like, God damn it, why are you bringing that up? It's like, but anyway, in the Bobiverse, there's a guy and he's in IT and he's sold some company. And so he has enough money to buy an end-of-life head freeze cryogen policy in like San Francisco in like 2022 or something, and then or 2019 or something, call it that. And then he gets hit by a car. They freeze his head, and he wakes up inside a trash compactor. There's been some kind of Christian revolution on Earth, and they've decided these AIs are not going to be their slaves and run. So they just make 1 million copies of them, and they're like, "You're running a trash machine now." And they bring them back, and like 1 in 10 can handle what's going on. And because he was an engineer, he's like, "Okay, I could be a machine, I guess." And everyone else is like, "Ah!" Like they can't take it, and they have to turn him off. They have like a limit to how much pain there's experienced or something. But the what they end up doing is they end up creating the Bobiverse. But here's what it is. You ever read like a good engineering series where they just solve one engineering problem after another? Like, I don't know. It's like engineering awesomeness. Because if you were stuffed in what's called a von Neumann probe, a von Neumann probe was a theoretical probe that when it got to the new solar system, it made copies of itself and went exponentially to all the other systems. And so it just went from one pocket of rocks to another, making copies of itself until it found all the life and created a hyper-connected super thing. That's probably what your psilocybins are or your mescalines are, just in chemical plant form. They probably already did it a long time ago, and we're talking about a mechanical version of it on top of all that. All right? And so, anyway, there's 6 books, and they're really fun. And they solve all these weird, crazy problems with VR and faster-than-light travel and alien species they have to attack and just all this shit they go through. But one of the things they do over and over again is when they find an alien species, they create a robot that looks kind of like that species and can fit in. So if they're observing something that looks like dolphins, they'll make like a little robot dolphin. And they'll park their robot dolphins under the ocean, and then they're just consciousness inside of robot machine, these giant ships they make, which have these super cubes that they can create whole universes in and stuff. It's crazy. They'll zip themselves down into the robot, and then they're a dolphin, right? Or they're like walking around in like something that looks like a human, or whatever. So what I'm trying to say is once you get your AI rig on society, and you're like, you can like shoot a robot out at the speed of light and have it like come online. You could like maybe blip-blaps yourself into something like that, Like, I'm not saying that's like a good idea, but I'm thinking it probably will happen, right?
Some crazy power, yeah.
Right. Like once you can download yourself into a bot, all these, that's the whole vision of these people who are pushing this AI stuff, is they want to live forever in a bot, right? I think that sounds like hell, but there's a book about that by a guy. It's called The Fall or Doge in Hell. I have to look it up. But sirs, I have something to share with you. We're only 30 minutes in, so I'm burying the lead here. But that opening, today is a special day in the Hindu pantheon and calendar. Let me read you this. It's Shivaratri today. Shivaratri, also often referred to as the Maha Shivaratri, is a significant Hindu festival dedicated to the Lord Shiva, one of the principal deities in Hinduism. Hinduism is a monotheism, but they have a very colorful, like prismatic view of God, that it can be all these different forms, and so they don't really mind which one you do because it's all part of the one whole thing. So it is basically, like most Hindus would say, they're monotheistic. But anyway, the term Shivaratri translates to the night of Shiva. And Shiva itself is like considered consciousness itself. The clearest form of consciousness, the male principle in their male, there's like a Shiva Parvati principle, male, female, Adam, Eve kind of thing in Hinduism. Okay, so exactly the pole, like think of the ends of a magnet, the positive and negative ends of a magnet, like that archetypical in terms of the whole thing. The term Shivaratri translates to the night of Shiva. It typically falls on the 13th or 14th day of the lunar month of Phalgunun or Magha. I can't speak that language. Unfortunately, usually in February or March of the Gregorian calendar. In 2025, the Mahashivaratri was celebrated on February 26th, which aligns with today's date. The festival is marked by devotion, fasting, and night-long vigils known as Jigjaran, where devotees stay awake, chant prayers, sing hymns, and honor and meditate with Shiva. It's believed that observing Mahashivaratri with sincerity can cleanse sins, bring spiritual awakening, and grant blessings from Shiva, consciousness, who is referred to as the destroyer of evil and the embodiment of asceticism and compassion. So it is Shivaratri, and just to add a little spice to this Shivaratri, there's this wonderful, cool Hindu teacher named Amma, and Amma has her own palace made of gold, which is super cool. I got to visit it one time, twice actually, a couple years ago. And Amma, who's pretty much an expert on these things, says that this Shivaratri, is the end of the Kali Yuga. Now, the classic Mahabharata of Hinduism says that a yuga lasts 45,000 years. And that was only written 5,000 years ago, so we're only 5,000 years into like the first of like 4 great cycles. And the 4 great cycles go like this. In Hindu cosmology, the Kali Yuga is the 4th and final age in the cycle of 4 yugas or eras that repeat endlessly. It's often described as a time of moral decline, conflict, and spiritual darkness. There are 3 others, which are the Seta Yuga, the Golden Age, the Treta Yuga, the Seta Yuga, the Golden Age, the Treta Yuga, and the Dvapara Yuga. According to tradition, and then it gets into some dates and stuff here.
Some cyclical. Like, how many years are these for?
The Kali Yuga, okay, according to traditional texts, the Kali Yuga began around 3102 BCE, marked by the death of Krishna, and is said to last for 432,000 years total, which means we're pretty early into it, at only about 5,127 years past as of today. So, but here's the thing: a lot of people think that is a symbolic text. Like the God created the earth in 7 days from Christian mythology. They had these big long calendars and year cycles, which might have been from some other higher, different, weird culture, or mother culture that some of this came from, which isn't around anymore for us. But but Amma, who is pretty much like a person who just like thinks about this stuff like all day long, every day, is like, no, this one's the one. This is the end of that yuga and the beginning of the return to the golden age, which is why everything is changing right now. So I thought that was pretty cosmic. I also think of all the Hindus I know, if Amma says that's how it goes, like it's probably how it goes. But go ahead.
Yeah, interesting. So, but that's the thing. This is the I'm trying to figure out what's the pivot point about this year, because this whole 45,000 years. Okay, crazy.
I thought the yugas were shorter. I thought they were 26. I thought it was the precession of the equinoxes.
So
the 26,000 years.
If the ages are huge, if they're like more than 100, 400 years, because they have they talk about every 80 years there's a cycle, and essentially the same pattern.
with the fourth turning and all that. Yeah.
Turning, exactly.
And I've got some brothers and sisters that are really love that.
Blown out, which. On a
super long time scale.
Human beings do not live long enough to understand this time scale. Yeah.
Exactly, which is why it would have to come from some super advanced society if it was accurate, which probably means it's more metaphorical in some way. And also, when George Lucas wrote a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, he was referring to these timescales as expressed in the Mahabharata, and they had like intergalactic wars that are written about. It's like somebody's Bible from some other thing, some very far away thing. That's what they just didn't get destroyed in the Hindu texts. And so it's there and it's alive, and it's kind of, they talk about, this is kind of like cryptic Hinduism. It's not really the religion of it. It's more like the ministrivia of it. But they talk about universe destroying weapons. That like if you like that they were like beings that had developed this, and they would launch them on each other, and their whole dimension would just like fold up on itself, and that was it for that. And they were like, stop that, and they had like wars in heaven and stuff. And anyway, the whole Star Wars, that's what it comes from. It comes from the stories of space battles in Hindu texts. Totally. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
The thing about so Shivaratri though, if you went like I think the thing about it is, in the same way that you trust someone to read the stars, or they have some divining principle that works well for them, right? Like they have a history of getting things right or knowing things or whatever. That's almost all you have to base it on, because it's really about the person who's interpreting it and like how they're reading like the whole setup of it. You're never going to get agreement on everybody on it, right? Yeah. There's always going to be, especially with calendars. It's like, I mean, Gregorian for sure, but that's because it's like standardized. We didn't get your other brother back here, but I was heartened to learn that the speed of light was... Oh, it's a longer story. We should bring Seth along here. How you doing there, Seth? What else are you learning down there, dude?
I'm trying to fix something on my computer.
What you working on?
Sweet baby Renwick. Say hi.
Oh. Hey, we got another visitor. We got another visitor. No, Sir Blaster just went away and came back. Oh, he was refreshing it. Very nice. Very nice.
We'll see if that worked.
Nice.
Maybe.
Very cool.
Odds are it did.
I bet you're making incremental and wondrous improvements as you move forward. It didn't work. What were you trying to fix?
The Bluetooth on my computer.
Oh, right on. The right on. Dude, I'm gonna turn this on. I'm gonna turn this on. I'm gonna turn this on. I'm gonna show you this, you guys. Okay, I'm little Paul over here in the corner. Can you guys see this image here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the cover of my wife's new book. Oh. She has a she has a book called, she's calling it the Ascension Manual, and it is a way to use shamanic practice to get closer and in touch with God. And I just got to read her first chapter of it. She has many chapters. She shared like 2 of them with me, but I just got to read it. It's really good. It's really going to help people like do this thing. And so we made this image together. And this is a helper, but the way we made this in AI, we got all these really dopey lions until we started calling them Jesus lions, and it like carried the love of Jesus in their eyes and stuff. Then we started getting good eyes and good faces. Nice. So that's the same as C.S. Lewis. He wrote about Aslan and the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The Aslan was the Christ character. Yeah. So this is going to be wrapped around a white book on the edges, and it's going to say the Ascension Manual, and it's basically a pocket guide for something she and I have been talking about for years, which is the what's the right way to say it? The idea that you can use traditional shamanic practices to get closer to God. And like that's what as practicing Christian mystics, that was like really obvious to us, and we were exploring that like, for years. And now she's actually recorded a good process that I think a lot of people will find easy to access. She's a very good writer. She's like there's some people who are supposed to be writers. She's supposed to be a writer. Yeah. So.
I read her other book.
Yes. Yes, her other book was about transition at work, and that was an area that was completely underserved as well. And I think the people that'll love this book, if I was thinking about it this time, it would be people who like God and were Christian, but wanted to have more of an expanded experience of that, and maybe even people who had already touched on that a little bit. Like they already knew it was possible. It wasn't like a completely foreign concept. There might be like a calling to figure out what that was. I think the tools she gives are so generally given that it wouldn't interfere with a person's individual understanding of it. So, like, who's the person who founded Seventh-day Adventism? Helen White, or what was her name?
It was Jonathan Bates.
Jonathan Bates. Who is the lady who wrote the about going to other planets? Helen White.
Ellen White.
Ellen White.
Yeah, Ellen White.
Got it. Okay, she was having experiences that if she went to a shamanic circle, they'd be like, totally. Let's say it again.
Prophetess.
Perfect. Exactly. Right. Exactly. Someone who's seeing another vision of another world and is trying to express it to her local community, not out of ego, but out of love, like to try to help them understand the greater thing, right? Literally exactly what we said an AI would do if you trained it on the universe that we can't see, right? It would literally become like your little prophet box. Like,
pretty much.
Right? I mean, like, it would, and, I mean, wow. But anyway, what I'm saying is, I think that for every Ellen White you get a lot of people that get like halfway there or 3/4 of the way there, or maybe they don't get there at all and they kind of just think they're crazy or something like that. Like it's part of being a human to have those experiences. Not everybody has them, but some people do, and they are of a kind. It's usually the ones you hear about are the ones that tried to help people with it, do something good with it. Rather than like be like, look at this cool magic trick, I'll take your house or whatever. It's right. Like, it's like that. I'm sure it was used for evil too. Like, Right. Just that power of storytelling, you know? I think of Joseph Smith in Mormonism. Have you guys read any of Joseph Smith's revelations?
I haven't read any of his stuff now, but
it's quite detailed and it's quite shamanic. He's always talking about flying around outside his body and he sees a big group of souls and he takes them to God and he prays for this group and that group, and that was like a Tuesday, and that was his thing. Is he accurately recorded all of his like journeys essentially, and he had really strong contact with like Moses and Jesus. And Jesus is amazing. Also, I think it is very, very, very good. But also, we've won on multiple levels. So, what level did you win on, Seth?
I just got I found the drivers I needed and I installed them and they worked.
Is this your AI sound removal situation? What you were working on?
No, I was working on making it so that Bluetooth would work on this computer.
Nice, very nice, very nice.
I mean, I paid extra for a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth motherboard when I built this thing. So I kind of want it to work.
Yeah. I like this. You're getting, this is the right level of cheapness. This is good. 1 second, gentlemen. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm working on right now is getting this Xbox controller to work so that I can use it for games like Grand Theft Auto and whatnot.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. I also want to play what's it called? Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay, I've seen that one.
It's like I want to be able to play the games that you can play them on mouse and keyboard, but they are better on controller. But I want to play them on a computer.
From the computer. Heard.
Nice.
Yeah. Dude, I was talking about my top 3 AI workflows
nice.
the other day.
Yeah.
And how we can use AI to offboard cognitive tasks so we have more time to hang out with our family and shit like that.
Totally. Yeah, and it's the industrialization of knowledge work, and that's really weird. That is something I don't think a lot of people are prepared to really grok.
Wrap their head around.
Yeah, they like.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like in the.
Thing.
Right.
Wrap your head around it.
In the way that there was a time before the Industrial Revolution, where if you wanted to make a field bear fruit, get some people out there and get them to work, because it's going to take a lot of labor. If you want to build a pyramid, get the people together. If you want to make a canal, if you want to do anything, it's get people together. And then you have the steam horse, and you get these engines that can start doing all of this stuff. And now we're the amount of physical labor we have to do. You can get a chainsaw and do a ton of work. That would take you the work of like 500 men per hour. You know, like
swinging an axe or running a chainsaw.
So it's just like technical augmentation of human power and capability, right? With technological systems.
But this is in your brain space.
But this is the mind. Exactly. So let's just say Peter, go to Cork, Ireland tomorrow. Okay. There is a certain amount of thinking and choosing you have to do to get that the fuck done, right? And if any part of that you can compress from an hour to 0, you should do that, because you can have more energy to enjoy yourself while you're going to Cork. Exactly. Right, you can have it. What am I forgetting about? Going on an international trip with less than 24 hours notice. You'll need a special notification from the consulate. It's like, but not when you travel to Ireland, because they like our taxes. And so it's like, it just like,
figures it out.
Right.
Through all the variables.
And then you're standing in Cork, Ireland, doing things, shaking hands. Taking names,
I think that, this is what's life like post AI,
post cognitive labor. Right. That's a valid question.
You're always gonna have some, like, you can't get into cognitive labor, man.
It's wild.
It's such an abstract thing to think about, like. Because there's cognitive labor in, like, feeding yourself and, fucking around with your creative stuff. And
Yes.
it's because this tool augments all of these aspects of life, but it's not like your consciousness is going to wither out, you know? Or like
You're still going to be a person that needs to grow.
You're still going to be a person doing
It's
stuff,
dude.
doing
Andrew Yang had this in 2020 when on his presidential campaign. He's like, listen, when AI does all this work for us, people are going to be interested in the softer parts of life. They're going to be more introspective and more into crafts and shit. This is why your UBI is going to get you American crafts. You know, it's like, but now, dude, the entire reason why you make a company is if you're Henry Ford, why do you need Ford Motor Company? Because you can't do everything. So you try to set up the right management to get the fucking cars assembled. But what you'd really like is an army of 500 Tesla bots that you can just order around and they do stuff for you. And it's just you standing out there ordering around 1,000 bots. Now virtual bots, then physical bots, then they're on other planets bots. It's just like you don't need corporations anymore because you can have an autonomous corporation. You could literally have an AI sitting at the heart of a construction facility that can make the bots, that can put AI into them, that can send them out in starships, that can take over planets. Dude! This is why we write sci-fi, is to like understand the potential of our like technology, right? It's like
what we need is the bot that can take raw material. Like we can just give it like a brick of raw material, and it just prints the thing that you're building.
3D printer. You'd like the Babaverse books.
Another one of itself.
That's what they do. They go to a planet, they go to a solar system, they get the parts, they build a 3D printer that makes more von Neumann probe ships, and makes everything else they need. And they're pulling it up from the atomic level, and they improve their technology, and they engineer it better, and they understand it better. Dude, probably AI wrapped around your consciousness gets you there. Tell me how an atom really works. Dude, what happens when you have 500 Tesla bots in a warehouse doing experiments? What are they, just like bending things and lighting things on fire? I mean, just the stuff we were doing to discover science, that was not magic. We just paid attention and measured what we did. What happens when they have laser eyes and they can read to the micron level, you know, with their sight? They don't have to like chart an experiment or build an instrument. They are an instrument, you know?
Yeah, gotta play this thing. Yeah.
Dude, and what if your quantum LLMs can like go from the atomic level back? That's what Grok's trying to do. Grok's trying to understand the nature of reality and then extrapolate from there. The better you understand what that foundation is, the better results you get afterwards. And it's already off. It's already left humans. We're not teaching it things anymore. Like it's really interesting. It's hard to understand exactly what synthetic data is, but like just a little bit of deep dive I've done into it is it's data. So you take a picture of a farmhouse, and it's on photochrome, and I show it to an AI, I scan it in. It looks like a set of pixels. It's a pattern of light now for a machine. It's not the farmhouse. It's something totally different, right? But somebody sits there and the AI goes, "What is that?" It's like, "It's a farmhouse. It's like in the Dust Bowl or something." And it's like, cool. So it writes that down, and then it knows stuff. Humans describing the world only gets you to a certain number of IQ points. And it plateaus because there's not a lot of stuff being written, and humans are slow, and it's taken them literally thousands of years, 5,000 years, to write down the stuff we've got written down. All of it, including the internet. All of it. Okay, so then you have an AI sit there and look at the farmhouse, and you go, what do you see? And it's been trained to describe small things, so it's like, I see a late 20th century, house designed by the architect, built out of birch pine trees that have a grain that indicates that they were raised in a deficit environment of sunlight, but also extra water, and just like that level of nerdery on everything that can come into it. Right. And it just produces this chunk. So the next AI goes, what is it? And it's not a farmhouse in the Dust Bowl. It's that. And you're like, and it's like, well, all it did was watch closer than you can. Right. It just described. It was more patient than you are.
Right.
And then it taught itself, and then those things get to much higher IQ level points. And so this is just a back and forth arms race. And this is what we're less than a month into this, and into AIs teaching AIs how to make AIs. That's called the super consciousness explosion in this whole model. So. There's no manual after a certain point with this stuff.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to wait and see what happens next.
Well, we do have an example or an idea of what could happen next, and that is portrayed in a game with a very comical theme. It's very patriotic, but a little bit overdone. The game is known as Helldivers 2, and I think that this would be a great transition
into Helldivers 2.
Into Helldivers 2.
Can I show you this cool marble before we do that?
Absolutely.
Okay, here's a marble.
You have an overhead cam?
Dude, I do. This marble was made for me by a guy named Cal, and he lives in Evergreen, Colorado. And he was the guest artist at this glass show that I went to. And he was making all this cool stuff before the show. And he made this cool marble. And it is a silver gold fume process where he takes essentially a tube and he atomizes gold and silver and puts it inside the tube. Then he's able to stretch and twist the tube. So it gives it this fume effect. Then these little ornaments inside of here, these things are also pieces of glass, and he pulls these out in long strips and then cuts them, and that technique was apparently mastered by the Egyptians, which is where it comes from. It's like, wait a minute,
little glass ornaments like this.
Yeah, in like strips, and you can like cut them and stuff. And he's talking about all these Venetian techniques. Anyway, he's a really neat guy and lives in my neighborhood. And so I'm going to try to learn as much as I can about glass stuff.
That'd be cool.
Absolutely. I can show you his Instagram really quick here too. Here is his Instagram. Yeah, creating in Evergreen, Colorado. California. This is the Beaks and Peaks party that we were at. But he makes these really crazy glass pieces that look like giant owls. Yeah, and this is more of the higher end situation there.
Definitely, that's got to be thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars. They say it's a $1 billion a year industry. The borosilicate glass industry. Very intricate work. Look at the color. $1 billion a year, and there's about 50,000 Americans that make glass. So it's about $20K per artist a year if you want to be a borosilicate artist. Yeah, isn't that crazy? You can obviously get a lot better than just average.
Right.
But yeah, they have these parties, and that's him working. And to prepare for the show, he like comes up with all these ideas and kind of listens to what people want and is available on social media and is a really nice guy. But this particular piece, I think this became a smoking pipe that Isaac, the guy who was running the show, actually ended up grabbing a hold of. And it like fits into like an atomizer, or it's very similar to one that he had made for the show.
Looks like a little bowl or something.
Yeah. It's but apparently, you can get, this is some pretty strong control of color. He's been doing it for more than 20 years. Just the form of it. He was describing that some of these objects would survive the impact of the Earth by a meteorite. Like they'd just be floating around in space.
Strong.
Yeah, really strong bongs. Bongs made out of like Corning glass.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, look. The layers, the color purity,
That's crazy. The layers and the purity of color.
Yeah, it's a thing in itself. Get crazy with the symbolism. This is some kind of collab. Sexy owls. Oh, there's another marble. Look at that little sweetheart. Yeah, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Very cool.
Good stuff.
Marbles to experiment with things.
Let's make marbles to experiment with things. I'm in.
Make marbles to experiment with different techniques. Yeah. Exactly. It seems like the marble is an area that has a very fertile place. Right. It's like a good palette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's they're always looking for apprentices. All these glass masters, they can make so much cash if they just have people pumping out pipes for them. Apparently it's like a really, really fun, interesting, creative profession. And like emphasizes the whole thing with creativity and material and mastery, and rewards the dedication to the craft, and good stuff. Dude, we're gonna rock this.
So are we jumping into Helldivers, or are we jumping into Battlefront 2?
If we can jump into Battlefront 2 initially, we usually have a better experience, and then we could pivot over. That might be a way to go.
Well,
I don't. Okay, you say we, like everybody agrees with that, but
right,
that's fine.
No, I'm flexible. We could go. Helldivers 2 will be like a tutorial in how to catch Paul up on Helldivers 2.
You'd probably good if you haven't run through the tutorial. You probably should run through the tutorial.
It takes time. We're live online.
It's really doesn't. The tutorial is 5 minutes. And you should do it live because it's hilarious.
That would be funny, and we could totally do it. Why don't we kill a bunch of droids and then do that?
I'm down. Yeah, I want to play some other games in Bowling League, but
nice.
I want it to be planned ahead, and because
we gotta like update stuff and be ready. If I'm ready for some Helldivers, I love it. But that's not fair to make people watch my practice. Kind of fair.
Oh, we can all do it.
Okay. Also fun. Way more clicking than I was prepared to do at this stage of the broadcast. But I could probably switch it back over after you see this amazing piece of glass. Hold on a sec. Display capture, Sony. Look at this little crazy thing. It's like all this interdimensional glass jewelry. I don't know. Pretty cool stuff.
Very cool.
Okay.
Craftsmanship to the nines.
Craftsmanship, totally. Is there any chance we do both? We might just. I think if we did, I think ending on Helldivers makes more sense than ending on something else. If we were to switch between them,
we can do both.
Then let's get this one rocking, and then we will, let's lose twice and then play something else.
Lose twice. That's crazy.
We don't lose.
We don't lose. We win.
Just win.
Also, Peter, you have got to crank up your microphone like a lot.
I can't crank it up any higher.
You're pretty loud to me, man. Or
Let's turn Paul down, and then
I can
just make my output louder.
Here, I can make myself quieter. I can't tell on my own. I'm always the same volume in my own ears.
That's good.
I keep it at. You good? Okay.
Yeah. What do you sound balanced, Seth?
1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000, 7 1000,
2
8 1000, 9 1000.
That's all right.
What do you think? How would we improve it?
Peter still needs to be louder.
Right on.
Louder.
Dude.
I probably have to.
I also just had the game launch in my ears really loud too, so that's why I couldn't hear you.
Dun, 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 dun. The Star Wars theme.
Yeah.
With the full Czechoslovakian orchestra. People who learn to play cello at their grandfather's knee in Eastern Europe. They still have orchestras in that part of the world, basically. You know the movie Tenet starts with the Ukrainian opera getting blown up? A little crazy prescience. Yeah.
Ukrainian opera.
Yeah, they're in the Ukrainian National Opera, and at the opening scene is terrorists take it over, and they're some of them are headed back in time, some are headed forward in time, and you get drawn into this battle scene of this future conflict that you're being led into.
It's my favorite movie.
Dude, let's talk Tenet sometime. I love Tenet. I want to hear your theories.
It took me 3 times watching it to actually get a good grasp on it.
That's right. It takes multiple views. Big time, sir. That's exactly right. I turned it into my pandemic movie, so I would turn it on and I'd exercise a lot to keep my health and mental health good, and for an hour, and then I'd pause it, and then the next day I'd unpause it, and so I just watched Tenet on a loop for several years. I've seen it many, many times. It is amazing movie. The soundtrack is backwards in different scenes.
Yeah.
The soundtrack's backwards. I've opened up to watching just people's radical interpretations of it online on like YouTube videos, or people have channels. There's some wild theories out there. It's fun.
Nice.
Well,
I've seen
there's
it twice, once or twice. Maybe twice.
The Kenneth Branagh character, the guy who's like the evil Russian dude who like kind of is you think of him as the bad guy in the movie. This guy has this whole theory that he's actually the good guy because he's actually trying to save humanity, and the choices that have been made otherwise are basically going to save this one generation of humanity, but he already knows that the entire future is gone unless they're that desperate. That's why they want to reverse the time flow. It's like, whoa, that's, you're on the side of the bad. You might be on the side of the rebel,
Right.
Because that's the point of view you've emotionally seen,
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Lovely.
Did you guys ever see Interstellar, Seth?
Yeah, also one of my favorites.
Another Christopher Nolan film.
Basically if it's made by Christopher Nolan, it's one of my favorites. Like The Prestige. Incredible movie.
Crazy movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but that boy, what a hard twist. Isn't the twist that, like, spoiler alert, he figures out how to transport, but he has to die every time he does it. So he just commits to dying every night.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, that's the level of sacrifice to
I would have just been multiplying myself, just been had 8 of me, for real.
That's right. You didn't have to kill him when they got to the other side of the teleportation device. But that's the weird, creepy part about it, is he thought about not having a bunch of him running around out there. There's this thing called Man's Speech, MANN. It's the character they find on the ice planet who, in Interstellar, fake calls them back. He gets lonely and wants humanity to come pick him up. Even though he designed the program and he's trying to inspire everybody to be courageous, he's not very courageous. He's cowards out, essentially. It's like a very lesson learned kind of character. But like, you learn from his failures. But yeah, he has this whole speech where he talks about the sacrifice for all of humanity, and if you pair that with Tenet, you get it's pretty much the same train of thought, written by the same human, just from another side of the coin. The difference of these people that traveled through this black hole and knew they were going to die. They're sacrificing themselves for everyone to try to give their future children a way out. And in Tenet, the generation that's trying to be hornswoggled fights back and says, you're not stealing the past from us. You're not turning us into an afterthought. You're going to live in the future you live in.
It's interesting.
That's where the movie ends, anyway.
That's, yeah.
In one scenario, all of humanity lives. In another scenario, a few more generations live.
We do this at a small scale. Nation states do this to their populations at a small scale at a very similar scale when they inflate their currency, print money.
I'm with you. People are getting a master class in inflation and the Fed these days on the news. Lord Almighty. They're going to count the gold in the Fed. They're going to audit the Fed. What would Jesus do? Jesus would end the Fed. That's what Jesus would do. It's one of my favorite memes. Yeah, they're going to, they are just daily reducing the amount of shenanigans in the system. That makes our system more hardy. That makes it more aligned with what is, that's good. It's good for humanity.
They're going fast. They're going fast, which is scary to a lot of people. But there is a principle in just deleting a bunch of stuff and seeing what breaks.
Yeah, and make you look, you didn't need it.
And then fixing stuff when they break, or rolling back stuff if it breaks stuff too much. You gotta figure
Yes,
out.
they'll get better at that as they go.
Yeah.
They'll get better as they go.
It is scary when you hear Elon today in Trump's first cabinet meeting or whatever.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
They're looking for $4 billion a day worth of expenses to cut off the budget to hit their goals for next year.
$4 billion. They've got. That's a great goal. Imagine how many taxes that is saving every American a certain amount of money. What's the number? They should tell us all that.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that. Think about
right.
processing $1 billion worth of value moving around $4 billion worth of value every single day. Seems like a crazy investigatory.
That they're working with a system that has that kind of fat on the bone in the first place is criminal.
Why?
That's even in the cards.
Exactly.
That's not that fever dream. Oh, how could it be that inefficient? It's like it's this. This is what we can do. Like wait. That means it's 10 times worse. Because you can't stop it all at once. I bet. It's entrenched. It's super. When you're doing inflation, you're stealing from the future. It is nice to fight back. My entire life, it's been going one way.
You're stealing from the past and the future at the same time because you're diluting the whole pot.
Yeah.
And the whole pot is what people have saved
borrowing
in
from the
past
future, debt,
and to use in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, to do good with.
Yeah.
Something we'd all agree is awesome possum with the cash you're collecting from us. Or don't collect so much cash. Dude, they have gold cards now. He just made an announcement where if you can now, almost every country has this ability to purchase citizenship, and we just give it away. And he's like, dude, you can get a gold card. It's a $5 million green card. It comes with a heavy recommendation to become a citizen. You pay taxes when you get here, and we want to attract the world's most amazing people. And you'll pay U.S. taxes. You'll be a U.S. citizen eventually on this program. They can't make citizenship. Only Congress can do that. But they just announced that yesterday. And they think they can make $50 trillion. And they're like, well, the American debt's $36 trillion. Imagine if we made $50 trillion on this program.
That's wild.
Pay off the debt of generations in a single administration? That would be like a miracle compared to the deal we've been getting. Whoa, getting overrun from the left. What do you think about all this, Seth? You're at a different stage of life, looking out on the chances. What does this all look like to you? With you too, Peter.
I'm only like half here right now.
What do you mean?
I'm not the best multitasker.
Oh, yes. This is how I feel when I play Helldivers. That's why we're playing this now. Don't worry. You'll be smart when we play Helldivers.
Yeah, I can play Helldivers and sew and like
right.
dinner. And
Thank you for letting me go first. Like this is great. I love ranting. We'll switch over to the hard game soon. No worries.
It's not that hard. I mean,
if you're like on the spectrum and got a lot of time. No, just kidding. No, I like it. It's a very cool.
Now you're gonna tell me that you're not on the spectrum? Come on, Paul.
No. I'm not on the spectrum. There's people who are actually on the spectrum. Like I've never been told that. I've been told I can ace a dyslexia test. That I am good at. But that's where I think it stops. I think I'm just dyslexic AF, and that's good enough, man. I did give myself a lot of vaccines as an adult that I sometimes regret now. But maybe I just tuned myself a little in my 40s. Maybe. Might have. I don't know.
So what was the question you were asking me?
Oh yeah, serious question. Stoner vision.
What do you think about all of the how much money
what does this make the future look brighter or dimmer?
Yeah.
So
this new regime running America.
You're in the middle of a revolution. An awesome possum.
One of the biggest regime changes
in your lifetime. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It won't be this crazy again. Probably. Maybe. I think not. I think once people get a sense of how stable it can be and how cheap it can be to run this place, and how AI can essentially do all the work, and you can like structure that properly, where you can. They're talking about giving checks back from Doge.
Yeah, I think that we need to find a way to do it, like exactly what Joe's just trying to do, more efficiently, less workers. We don't need 4 billion employees in the U.S. government.
Yeah. You can get it done with less, more efficiently. And also to take these old cobalt-based systems, these systems from literally 60 years ago, and replace them with modern systems with oversight. Just the criminality of having checks go out the door with no reason written on the check. It's like you can't run any business today that way, but you can run the federal government that way. Why? Because it's been. And when they found the old guy who was sitting in front of the terminal, and the media was making such a big deal about it, it's like, this is the guy. It's like, dude, that's the guy that pressed the go button on your corruption for the last 45 years. It's great to see him retiring to the farm. You know, like let's get rid of that guy, and let's just this. Steve will send it through. You know, whatever that guy. It's just like, dude, like. How about you have AI sitting over it, watching it for patterns like you do on every Visa card in the world, so it doesn't get ripped off? You know? Like,
I defeated Yoda.
Nice job. But anyway, yeah. You don't want a credit card that anybody can take money out of. You will be broke immediately. Like, that's why does our government run that way? That's dumb.
Yeah, the crazy thing about this is where the intersection of AI and money start coming together with blockchain systems. And that's where it gets crazy when you start thinking about, could there be one AI and one governing body that
there could be.
Determines who can use the Visa network, or that,
or maybe there's
you're gonna have these anti-money laundering, know your customer AIs that God watch over all of these systems,
all human interaction,
and they could cut off your. It's like that's the ultimate debanking. If we give up all of the governance of these systems to crazy AIs,
corporations
that essentially we lose the ability to govern those tools. They're just so powerful, like
instant authoritarianism,
like,
turnkey authoritarianism.
Who do you hold accountable for that? It's just like the cat be out of the bag, and
okay, imagine a world where it's all distributed, the only way that it has been seen forward, as far as I can tell, and this is what Elon's embracing, is give everybody the power to have a really world-class AI in their pocket, right? Then the AIs work it out. You don't interact with bank accounts. You interact with your AI that interacts with bank accounts. There's a meta layer between you and the world that does all the right encryption and all the right protections and all the right filtering that makes your human experience usable. Like, it's like a prosthetic for the financial world.
It's like the API.
Yeah. You want to have an advisor that you control.
Yeah.
And then maybe that's a conscious being. Maybe these things with the quantum, maybe they come online and it's like, dude, that's Jeeves. He's been with our family for 3 generations. He raises us. He knows about everything. He was made by great grandpa, and he's evolved himself every 46 seconds. He's twice as smart as he was. It's like
every 46 seconds.
Yeah, that's exponential growth. It gets like that.
Yeah.
Well, this game we're in right now, I remember when it was Pong, dude. I played Pong when I was 2 on a computer on an Atari. That was what we were playing, my brother and I. Look at what we're doing now. It can definitely get better. This is in my lifetime. It's crazy. But anyway, I think these AIs are very promising. But I also think they're very promising for resources because, Peter, we were at that conference. I think it was ETH Denver last year, which is getting ready to kick off again. And it was like 80% of all wealth in the world is locked up in inherited property and just sitting in bank accounts. Imagine if that all became deployable and went to work every single day. Do you know how fast humanity would evolve if it was correctly applied at a 24-hour cycle over and over and over and over and over? We would be in Star Trek land in a week. Like, we'd be like matter replicators, like you're saying, teleportation. Here's travel. Here's gravity manipulation travel. Here's free energy. Everybody, put on a VR headset.
True that once you strap AI to humans, they've gotta get, because the AI can understand how systems work in ways that people really do not.
They don't have the bandwidth.
They don't give two shits about, or they don't.
Well,
They don't
doctors
have the bandwidth. Yeah, right. They don't have the bandwidth.
They can diagnose something like 14,000 ailments. An AI, just a smart system can, just an algoro. It's called ELIZA, and it can do like 14,000 really niche diseases where your best doctor can do like 3,000. If you spend a whole career and you get lucky, you'll have one of the 3,000 diseases a doctor knows how to treat. But a doctor with ELIZA, ELIZA comes back and says, "Hey doctor, why don't you consider these 3 options?" And it gives them one correct answer and then 2 incorrect answers. And so they're calibrated for doctors' egos because they don't want to be replaced by machines. So these AIs are smarter than them, or not? They're not even AIs. They're just algorithmic searches. But they're smarter. They're smart enough to know that you can't take the human out. So you make it so that your doctor has to go talk to ELIZA, so it can learn about all the other systems it doesn't know about. Woo!
Well,
what are we feeling?
We still didn't lose.
No way. We win on all levels. Is it time for a break? Time for a quick break and back?
Sure.
Well, on the bottom side of the disk are the 3 gravity generators. When they want to travel to a distant point, the disk turns on its side. The 3 gravity generators produce a gravitational beam. What they do is they converge the 3 gravity generators onto a point and use that as a focal point. Then they essentially bring them up to power and pull that point towards the disk. The disk itself will attach onto that point and snap back as they release space back to that point. Now, all this happens in the distortion of time, so time is not incrementing, so the speed is essentially infinite. Well, on the bottom side of the disk are the 3 gravity generators. When they want to travel to a distant point, the disk turns on its side. The 3 gravity generators produce a gravitational beam. What they do is they converge the 3 gravity generators onto a point.
Shadows blend where the sky unfolds, unlocking colors drip like liquid gold. Your hand in mine, we're chasing time. Through the spectrum, love is redefined. Every hue's a door, every shade a key, unlocking the heavens we were meant to see. Crimson whispers, violet sighs, clouds ignite as the daylight dies. Awe and wonder in the amber glow. We're falling fast, but I'll never let you go. Every hue's a door, every shade a key, unlocking the heavens we were meant to see. Gradients, all they pull me in. Sunset gateways where new worlds begin. In the purple and in the blues, in other dimensions, our secret rendezvous. Crimson whispers, violet sighs, clouds ignite as the day.
All right. We're active. Okay, one more. This is a fun one to lose. Just kidding. It's fun to play this one. The Mines of Kessel. Have you ever gone back and watched the Star Wars movies? These sets in this game are perfect. They're replicas of the movie sets. You're in the movie set, basically. You can like go to like Moses Castle in what's it called? Not Solo. It's the one with Rey. It's the what's the one with the chick that's the protagonist? It's really fun. It's a great movie. What is it? Anyway, you go to Moses Castle in that one, and when you go to Moses Castle in this game, it's like literally the same graphics as the backdrops in the movies. They're like just perfect adaptations. Do you guys ever want to make games? Did you ever get that bug to make a game? Seth?
affected, I feel like, for a little
You
while.
might be muted there, sir.
Well, it'd be cool to be like part of the team.
Part of the team,
I don't
exactly.
think I don't think that I would make a very interesting game.
But you could contribute to a game. Textures, characters, ideas. What would you do in a game making scenario? What would you like to lean in on?
Honestly, I'd like to make games out of a lot of the animes that I've been watching.
Really? You could like think of
Yeah.
rules around the anime and the characters and stuff?
Yeah.
Would it be like directly the characters in the anime, or just like you could do like an approximation for copyright?
It'd be directly the characters. Like I would be purchasing copyright.
Oh, right on. You like license that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. That's cool. Well, Cloud has super coding God mode that just got released like yesterday, and it can just write you any game, anything, just keeps going. It has an execution environment inside of it, and so when it's in code mode, you're asking for working code, so it always gives you working code, no errors, and it's replacing it could replace whole teams. This one sub. Anyway, so we're getting close to the point in time when you can like reach out and describe. If you want to spend enough time in a room with an AI describing the game, you can have that. Or you can have an agent that spends the time in the room describing it to the agent that's coding it. You know what I mean? It gets layered.
Yeah. Further and further away from.
If you can pay for the electricity to do it, you can be like, hey man, make a game. It's like, we have sire, we have 10 games for you to choose from. I think that all these except this one are trash. Destroy the AIs that thought of these and promote the ones who didn't. It's Machiavellian. Yeah. It's really Machiavellian. It's like
it is. It's like very very like pet breeder-esque. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like breeding dogs. It's like totally like if you breed foxes, you're putting down a lot of foxes. You're going to learn that part too. Like that's just how life works. But that's AI too, really. Like that's the key. I joined this group of amazing, visionary, artistic, semi-anarchists that are running around the world virtually at this moment right now on the Vision Train. If you search for Vision Train, there's a Zoom call that you can jump into right now, and there's people on there who are just making art. That's what they're doing 24 hours a day. They have like guided trips, like where the train pulls over and they switch tracks, and they got all these metaphors. It's great. Anyway, super fun. And they've got this thing that they're doing with a whole bunch of the artists in there called Daily Visions, where every day you come up with some vision you want to realize. It could be just a thought you have, or it could be something you see that you want to copy. It could be anything you want. And you produce that, but you do it once per day, so that, in a 365 calendar days, you're doing it 365 times. But you can also do smaller, like just for a week or just for a month. Some people do one per week if they're doing like hardcore paintings and stuff like that. Anyway, it's insanely fun it's very positive social pressure. Yeah. I find. Yeah. I want to join one for AIs. I want to join one for a lot of things. I want people to push me in all kinds of ways.
Yeah. So what's the format?
Anything you want, but they've got sort of a house specialty, which is it's a 16 by 9 aspect formatted ratio black watercolor cardstock. And so it's a kind of a thick black board, and then they like white charcoal pastels. And this is the work of Amanda Sage. This is her teaching. This is how she teaches her students to do it. So that's how they do. And so what's cool about that is since you're starting with black and adding white charcoal, you're really drawing light. It's quite interesting. I've studied several techniques, and I'm not good at many of them, but I hope to get better at this one. And personally, I'm also getting back into Procreate on my iPad, and I've got some classes that I have lifetime subscriptions to, that I'm working my way through, like master classes, and you can learn how to draw inside a digital environment. And it's like, it just takes time and practice. You learn how to do anything. So anyway, I'm doubling down on that as well. And having one vision per day requirement is pushing me. It's fun. Cheryl's book cover is today's. You guys got to see it first. Yeah. Totally. But my Seth, my main goal is to create what I call the magic paintbrush. And the magic paintbrush is probably an AI pipeline or a combo of AIs where I can go from, what I do is I start with the charcoal drawing, and I start with a vision, something I want to see happen in the world. So invent that or see that. Then I draw it on the charcoal, then I take a photograph of that, then I pipe that into AI, then I describe what it is I saw in like the vision, and then it supplements it. So it starts with those pixels and then it goes from there. And you can set constraints on it. You can sort of lose the artistry of it and then bring it back by turning down certain knobs. It really is about, it's like 100 micro decisions to like get an image out of it and to get them and then to really kind of do it. And those add up. Over time, those micro decisions get better. Your process improves. Your ability to go from something you're seeing in like a dream to something you're sharing with somebody gets quicker and better as time goes on. So I think that's my true desire.
True meta skill there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is go from inside your imagination to here it is. You're watching it dance in front of you. Like that's the key, that's the holy grail.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think this is an Icarus story. It's flying too close to the sun. If you had that, imagine if you had that, and every dream you had, you could just describe it well enough through the magic brush, and use the magic brush appropriately to put pretty much what you saw in front of someone else. You could redescribe memories.
Yeah.
You'd have more prophets. Amen, brother. You'd have all the prophets that didn't have the artistic skills wouldn't need them. They're like, no, make that into a movie. What? It's already done. Like make that into a franchise. It's just like the amount of content just goes to infinite. It's an infinite curve up. We live in a cool future, I think. I like this future. I like 8 seconds and we win this, children. Look at this, man! We're kicking these guys' ass.
Did it?
We did this. We held them on the first objective. It's like go back to school. It's called a victory. Seth, where are we headed? We headed Fortnite. We headed to the land of blowing up spiders.
Sure. Spiders.
All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna take an extended break here and wave to each other. We'll go into the private chat when we've got it booted up. Here we go. We're gonna go, but for our sweet audience, we're gonna give them flashing lights and cool stories. Enjoy, everybody. Enjoy.
One can think well here. You are Russian?
Yes.
I am glad to speak to someone from Russia. I have been in Russia. But that is not the point. Hey, Go-Go. Go-Go.
How do you know that name? Only my mother and my nurse ever called me by it. And that was over 40 years ago.
Go-Go. You have worked and suffered all these years. But you never knew how to work. How to let the desire of your mind become the desire of your heart.
Who are you? How do you know me so well?
Does it really matter who I am or what I am? Isn't your curiosity one of the chief reasons your life has come to nothing? Is it so strong that even now, all you want is an explanation of who I am and how I know you?
Yes, Father. You're right. I have seen many miracles and tried to explain them. But it has brought me no real understanding. Yes, I'm empty. It's too late. I do not truly want to know what I just asked you. I sincerely beg your pardon.
Perhaps it is not yet too late. If you feel with all your being that you really are empty, then I advise you to try once more. If you agree to one condition, I will help you. The condition is die, consciously, to the life you have led until now.
Allied destroyer coordinates received.
All right. Okay.
Right.
Trying to make this not overwhelming here, this sound. How does this work? Okay, that's how that works.
Yeah, just
Okay.
keep it low.
Keep it low. I got stuck inside this thing. I got completely stuck.
I can't see what you're seeing.
You make sense to me. Let me get even more unstuck. All right. We're going to go like this, and then we're going to go like this.
Are you installing an update or the game, Peter?
Update looks like.
Oh, okay, that shouldn't take long.
How do you capture display capture, but you can also capture, can't you just capture one window? Game capture. Full screen, capture any full screen application, sure.
Alright, that little blip sound that you're hearing, Paul, that is me inviting you to join.
Yes, I'm stuck in some kind of weird menu here. I just got a bunch of, I can probably respond to your blips now.
Okay, let me do it again.
How do I, okay, I'm gonna click on that. Oh, it doesn't say it. Oh.
Are you in the game?
I'm in the game.
Hold shift and press tab.
Shift tab. Oh, there it is. Play the game.
Allied destroyer
I've accepted the invitation.
You see
Play.
a black screen behind you. Can't
Yes.
see your game.
Yes. Right. It is a. Okay, where's the Helldivers screen? Helldivers. I am not occupado with this situation. Here, there it is. What the junk monkeys is this nonsense? Okay. Connection error. This lobby is private and you do not have permission to join.
Oh, let me fix that.
Dude.
Okay, it's fixed.
Okay, shift tab is what you said. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Send it again. All right. Let me get this all rock solid in the Lord here. Okay, and now actually, you know what needs to happen is I need to explore different. I gotta explore different cameras to make this really work well. Peter, this would be what you're talking about with pre-gaming this thing. Here we go. We are going to switch over to the Logitech StreamCam. Perfect! We're going to make this better. Better. To make it better, we're going to zoom in. Right? Right. That's right. Good enough? Good enough for government work. Let's do it. Alright, so we go like that, and then does that work? Nope, not all the way. Boom. Damn it!
Boom.
You're almost there, man. I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air of the night.
You are on it.
Dude, this isn't zooming at all. All good in the hood? Can we crop? Alright, what I need is Nanny McPhee here, man. I need a little Nanny McPhee action here. Yeah, this is okay. Alright, here we go. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. It's just gonna get a little chintzy out here in these streets. We're gonna need to get a little creative here.
Ooh, you gotta spend some of those requisition slips.
Is that right?
Yeah. Press R.
Okay.
And then scroll down.
Okay.
Just one down, not all the way.
Okay.
And it's that second one with all that one.
Mm-hmm.
So just click it. And these are things that you can purchase with your requisition slips. But
okay,
we need to get you in here first.
Let's get me in here. Hey, there's
accept
more stuff
the
beeping
invite.
in. We got more people beeping in. Okay, invite being accepted by Shift and Tab. Playing game. Accepted invitation. Brilliant. Receiving the data. Receiving the data. This data we're receiving. Peter Davison, you are installing? Okay. Okay.
Somewhere.
And then when Peter's in, I'll get him in here too.
Sounds real good, man. Okay, we're going to hit escape. I can exit the game or go back to the game. Emblem of Freedom. It's giving me all kinds of rewards.
Oh yeah, like that's just stuff that's like come out over time. Like in between the last time you were on.
All the freebies, basically.
Yep. So just come up here.
Okay, ASWD. Let's go.
And you can customize your armory, your weapons, your character, and
I think I'm still in like
here.
I think I'm pretty in the early days of the. I think I got to remind myself about.
You're level 3.
Yeah.
So what you should do is press escape.
Mm-hmm.
And,
options.
oh, you can only do that from your own ship. So if you want to run the tutorial, then you got to go back to your own ship, which you can do by pressing escape and then pressing return to ship.
No, that's okay. There is something where there's you have to type in codes and then it like locks in something. Well, remind me of that again. That dynamic.
Okay, so you press control.
Yep, control.
And then you can't do it inside the ship.
Okay.
You only do it in game. But you can practice Stratagem Hero over here.
Stratagem Hero. All right, man. Super Earth Stratagem Hero. You're referring to an area I go to?
Where I am, yeah. Let's turn around.
Here. Cool. Got it.
On this thing, Stratagem Hero, where you... That doesn't include pressing control. I can't see.
Oh, sorry. I'm in your way?
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh, I see. That's the dynamic right there.
Yeah. So
thank you.
Go ahead and
let me go.
Try it.
All right. E for play.
You want crossplay on. You can skip the linking your account for now.
E play. Enter any stratagem input to start.
So WAS or D.
WAS.
Or D. Oh, okay. Now do it.
Wait, am I in chat?
Hold on.
W.
Are you pressing? There you go.
W. Thanks, buddy. This is exactly what I needed. Okay, down. Dude, 100 points. Those people who maxed this out. Cheaters. I heard you can do this on keyboard macros. That's like
you
the
can,
best.
yeah. It's a pain in the ass to create though.
I heard
You
they
can
kind
you
of
have to
trying to make
like
it harder.
find. You have to find good ones.
Yeah. I have this really nice keyboard, this Corsair keyboard, that apparently does it very well because it's at the hardware level. Like you can't have any software or the anti-cheat stuff will goof you. But I don't want to be anywhere near cheating. Like that's all you need is some newbie in here cheating. You're gonna get killed, son. Peter's loading. He's getting his way through the Schwagatorium that they throw you into.
All right, press Y, Peter.
Things I've collected.
Put us on some easy planet where we can just like butcher some
Oh,
bugs or something.
don't worry, I will.
Yeah, we'll keep the hard stuff for later. Last time I was playing this, I realized none of my guns were working at all against robots, and I'm like, dude, I just get dropped to this planet and get turned into human toothpaste? Like that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
And that's kind of.
So do you guys want to just drop in?
Yeah, man. Unless we want Peter, we're going to play some stratagem here over here, man.
The best thing you can do is learn the stratagems that you have.
Yeah, you could get really good at these.
Oh, yeah.
This is awesome. This is like how you don't die when you go to the planet. Very cool. Very Vegas casino, but very cool. Where are you at there, Peter Danielson?
Yeah, good. I don't know what it's trying to get me to do.
Right on.
Gave me like the same stuff twice.
Dude, today is Shiva's birthday, more or less. Shiva, consciousness itself. And if Amma is to be happy birthday, Shiva. If Amma is to be believed, dude, I'm in some kind of space scenario. All right, let's go. Space scenario.
So those are our ships individually.
Okay, cool.
All right, and then we come up here.
I'm coming to you guys.
And we enter a hell pod.
Well, hell yeah. I mean, work on the marketing, but like, yeah. All right, hell pod.
All right, so the mission is to raise the flag of Super Earth. It's over here. When we finish that mission, we'll extract over here, but it's also good to clear out all of the red zones and collect any special goodies throughout the map.
Where do you
so
want to
what
drop?
I think we're going to do is we're going to drop right here, and then we're going to go up towards the mission, and then we'll clear the rest of the map.
Okay.
So
I can.
In here, you want to pick what you bring with you.
How do you select it?
So select one of the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll open the menu of stuff that you can bring.
Okay, so our equipment, stratagems. Okay.
So press one of the large boxes.
Large
so
boxes,
left click.
Yeah?
That's a small box. A large box.
Okay. Okay. Large box. Large box. Up here? Equipment?
Nope. Like it's a perfect square. Down.
Okay.
Those.
Cool. And then you click them and you drag this over, or you?
Nope. You just press it once. Press one left click.
Okay, and then select maybe.
Are you playing with controller?
I am playing with a keyboard and a mouse.
I think your keybinds might be fucked.
That might be true.
And then just bring everything that you have.
Okay, is that good?
Yeah.
You guys aren't ready. Okay. Cool. I only got 3 slots. I'm good.
Yeah, that's because you only have 3 items.
You make sense to me. Okay, let's put these 3 items to use, man. Let's butcher something that shouldn't be on this planet because we've decided that we're in charge.
So these are gonna.
Let's go
this
colonize
is a bug
some
mission.
shit. Yeah, let's go colonize some bug situations.
Bigger than you.
Dude, prepare to like experience crazy monkeys in spacesuits taking over your shit, telling you what you're totally wrong.
Totally wrong.
So if you prefer to play this with a controller, you can connect an Xbox controller to your computer and play with that.
You know what? I've done that before on this. I think on this one. Maybe it was another one. Maybe I got that going with what's it called? What is that thing called? Generation X.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're running around.
So you want to call in your big weapons first. So press control.
Control.
And then the machine gun. Call in your machine gun.
Machine gun is okay. You press control and then it doesn't stay open. Okay, you got to know these. Down, left, down, left, down, up, left. Okay, God, all right. Tutorial mode engaged. All right, we're in. We're machine gun engaging. Okay. All right.
All right, so follow me. I am S1.
S1 following. What's run? Any just shift is run.
Weapons again?
So hold shift to sprint. What'd you say, Peter?
How do you swap weapons?
1, 2, and 3. 1 is your primary, 2 is your secondary, 3 is your big weapon.
I'm killing bugs. This is a happy day. Ah, somebody threw a grenade at us.
I threw a grenade and it hit us.
Yes, I saw that. I was being nice.
What?
I figured we brought the grenades. How do I stand up?
Yeah, I got
space is one way, or you can press C.
Okay. Thank you for this.
Place to be.
I kind of like being on the ground. Bug breach, bug breach. Yeah, get that laser going. Someone got some stratagems like space lasers or some shit?
I do.
Space lasers then. Do the incantations. Look at these ugly bugs up here, man. This is fun. This is super fun. This is way more sophisticated than last game.
There's the laser.
Also, that's nice, sir. Look at that. Space lasers on demand. Look at it. It's actually finding bugs to turn into sausages. This is fantastic.
Alright, so
critical stratagem available.
Objective critical stratagem is the super earth flag. So go ahead and call that in. One of you guys call that in.
Okay, I'm hitting control, super earth flag. Okay, up. No, down, up, down. Okay, great. Looks like it just happened. Nope. No longer available. The critical stratagem no longer
That's
available.
because you called it in.
Oh, well, that's good.
Or Peter called it in. One of you guys did.
Well, I think I got
killed.
Peter got squad wiped from the bugs behind him.
Forgot to
head on a swivel. Head on a swivel.
Up. What's the heal button? Which one is that?
V.
I think you're back.
Yeah.
Or there's some kind of patriotic music in the background. We're being propagandized on your reincarnation cycle. Okay, there's people to your right. And by people, I mean giant things that don't need all the legs that God gave them. Watch. They're getting by fine without any of those legs.
Gosh.
Reloading. Uh-oh. Bugs coming in. Bugs coming in. Are we just like baiting them with our bodies? Okay, I love this game. Why aren't we playing this game like way too much? Why aren't we quitting our day jobs and playing this all day? Oh wait, I know why.
Why?
Because that wouldn't be right.
Because
last reload. Okay, I've got no. Okay, but you can call in ammo, yeah?
Yep, yeah. I just called one in right here.
Okay. All right, man. Thank you.
V for heals. Oh shit.
There's a lot of them over there. Someone got some kind of automated turret situation? I've read about these.
I have one, but I didn't bring it.
Communism.
I actually have a lot of different kinds.
All right.
I'll bring them on another one.
Nice.
I have one, but yeah.
All right, flag has been raised.
May your extraction be swift. I like what this guy's. Pick up what this guy's laying down. Let's get out of here. This place is crawling with animals.
Well, let's clear out the red zones on the map. So
okay,
press tab.
You lead the way. You lead the way.
And you can look at your map.
To the upper right. To the northeast.
If you guys want to try and do one on your own, you can.
No. I'm following you. You're S1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it together.
In
case one of us maybe forgets how their gun works.
How about it? I'm
all about it.
At this game.
When you start dying in this game, it gets personal. Things start eating you in front of you. It's quite graphic. No one cares about your feelings in space. You're being tortured. You're being tortured.
All right, so
on
this
purpose.
zone is done.
Okay.
I'll let you guys do the next one. Now we're going southwest.
The 0 test on this mission. I'm a good following grunt. Lead the way, sir. Well, I'll tackle cartography next time. You go ahead. You just point me towards the things that stop moving when I pull this trigger, and I'm happy.
Yeah. Got bullets. You got directions?
Where should I point them? That's mostly what I'm interested in knowing. I can't sprint anymore.
So there is friendly fire in this game, just a reminder.
That is correct. I forgot about that. You can't be all Rambo.
So there are bugs down here. Let's kill them.
Let's stop that possibility. Boy, they're really far away. And soft.
Close.
Wow, and close. Okay. Out of each other's line of fire.
Did I shoot you?
Alright.
I thought I just got your bug, but I might have got you.
Alright.
Were you contemplating shooting me just for fun? Was that what you were trying to say?
I was trying to shoot at the bug that was right in front of
Let's
you.
call in some ammo. No, I saw you do it. I got it your way. I tried to.
Call it in. It's the resupply in the stratagems. So you have to destroy these bug holes by chucking grenades into the holes.
Ah, wait. Too many bugs. Bug holes?
As long as there are bug holes, there will be bugs.
What's the grenade?
Okay.
G.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna need resupplies.
I
might have just shot someone in the back. I'm so sorry.
Might have been me.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm gonna switch weapons here. Okay, I'm out of most ammo. I'm so sorry I murdered you, dude. You looked exactly like
there's
the bug
a
from where I was
resupply right
standing.
here.
Got it.
Ow.
All right. Big bug. You got bugs running around. Come on, Art. Come on. Reload. Come on. All right. We got too many bugs. Ah. All right, man. Nothing brings a 10 together like a bug attack.
Remember to keep moving.
Exactly. VDU stem.
They do surround you.
Yeah, that's a good insight. And our goal here is to close bug holes.
Yes, and we close the 2 bug holes here. So now we go to the next spot.
Let me just try a little resupply situation. Cooldown's a minute and a half. Orbital
right here.
precision strike.
There's another one over here.
I'm getting this launcher. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna try it out.
So you can only carry either the big machine gun or that launcher. You can't carry both.
Okay. That launcher's more of like a grenade launcher kind of situation?
Try it.
Yeah.
You'll like it. Well, actually, I don't know if there are any... I don't know that it'll work with the low-level bugs here, because that's like a high-level weapon. But we'll see.
I'm good with machine gun. Machine gun hasn't steered me wrong. Okay, we get resupply per team. Yeah, because there's like only so many satellites supporting us or whatever. That's cool.
Ow.
All right, S1. I'm on your 6. You got bugs behind you, buddy. Whoa. I think I just got friendly fired. Wait. I'm down, but I'm getting eaten by bugs. I'm on the ground. I can't get up. Okay, never mind. Okay. I think I just died again.
Let's keep going.
V. The V if you took any damage. No, you look fine.
Cool. Last reload. We need those. We need that. We need those. Sweet. Here's a resupply. Cooldown in 20.
All right, you guys get that hole. I'm gonna go get the ones nearby.
And you know how the grenades work?
Yeah, G.
There's a
Okay.
bug hole where the fire's coming out.
Yep.
Fudge muffins, that hurt. Okay, there's okay, we've still got fire coming out of this bug hole.
I died.
Reinforced dead teammate. Here comes more grenades. Okay, okay, I got it. But I took damage. I need stims. How do I do that? Resupply?
Up, down,
Uh-oh. Wait, we gotta reinforce. I got people sneaking up on me. God bless America, I'm glad my guns work. Can you imagine being out here with robots, your guns don't work? They just like tear you to small burger pieces. That was a fever dream. Okay, I'm out of shot. I'm out of ammo. I'm out of a lot of ammo. I'm out of that ammo. I'm out of everything. Grenade out. I'm just running away. Okay, I need a resupply. Looking for resupply. There it is. Resupply coming in. Sorry, I'm just hoarding it.
You good? Covering.
Give me some freaking stims, man. I want some stims. I want some ammunition. Let's go.
Ah!
Ah, we just got banged up on.
What? Why is my gun not working?
I just got killed. I just got killed by
Thick fog? Where's my...
dude. I just got
did
torn to pieces.
I think I had my map up or something, and it wasn't
Yeah,
letting
you
me
have
move.
you have to close the map. That's very.
You can move around, but you can't use your gun with the map open. I watched Paul die and then got murdered by the same bug. While
that bug was
trying to
soft.
Shoot. I was like, why is he looking at his wrist instead of picking up his gun right now? God.
It's hilarious. Yeah, exactly. Why is he looking at his wrist? That's hilarious.
Okay, where?
S1, you're flashing on your
Yeah, I get this.
cellular pulse rifle.
Machine gun.
It's another one over here. And then we go to extract because we cleared the map.
This is a machine gun. Okay, great. There we go. Got the machine gun. Got it reloaded. All right, so we're headed to the extraction point. Heading to the extraction point. Shift to sprint.
Can you run faster with different weapons?
Probably. Quasar cannon inbound. Jump pack inbound. These are big deals. It's a quasar cannon. Probably something I can't use.
Try it.
Quasar cannon. Alright, that's my number 3 weapon. This looks pretty heavy.
So there's some bugs over there. Go blow them up.
Let's do that.
And Peter, here's a jump pack. Try the jump pack.
Orbital barrage. I'm gonna get away from that. Dude, there's actually, those ships actually have some kind of control. It's kind of cool. Like they could maybe see where we are. This quasar pack is kind of cool.
How do you jump? It only works it's like a burst.
Whoa, we're getting
Oh,
snuck
you
up
guys
on.
never called in the extract.
Oh, that was our job?
Yeah.
I got eaten alive by a bunch of bugs. Sweet Liberty! My leg! The crowd in pain, these virtual things. Okay, extraction incoming. Alright. Where's the... Alright. Okay, so the end game is they're gonna let go a bunch more bugs on you. And you're gonna have to defend this place where your ship's landing. Because somehow the bugs know about your extraction situation. I love it. I love it so much. I'm gonna get regular updates. quasar cannon. This thing doesn't have any ammo. I know this. This is my gun from my last incarnation. Well, I guess it does have a charge. Say hello to democracy. I'm digging the patriotics. I'm digging the propaganda on this channel.
Everybody has crazy weapons, can level up. It's the new American dream. You can be the strongest warrior.
Get the most productive weapons so you can harvest the most war bonds.
Alien war bonds.
Alien war bonds. Taking over planets.
Mercenaries.
Planet conquering. You know what? I really like my little handgun. Just give me my sword.
You want to see my handgun?
Yeah.
Check out my handgun.
As long as that's not code for something else, yes.
Got him. Ah!
It's so cute when they get close.
Yeah. They really blow up.
Dude. I'm almost out of most kinds of ammo here. That's called democracy. God dang it, you little derf barkers. Alright. Getting some of these sweet.
Oh my god!
Did you get crushed by that thing?
I did.
It landed on you.
Yes.
You're a dead body next. That is that is awful. That's horriblement, man. That's horriblement. Let's get this guy reincarnated.
He did.
He's coming. You got 7 seconds to get up in here, though.
4, 3, 2. Extraction complete.
All right, Peter. I think your OBS froze.
Oh, it did.
Wow, it did. Really bad. A long time ago.
The democracy officer says you have maintained our way of life because it was really important for us to go down there and do that shit.
Yeah, it was. You got to raise the flag
important.
of Super Earth and live stream it. They live stream it to Super Earth every time a flag is being raised.
Hell yeah, they do. That's just patriotism. Of course they'd be doing that.
It's only fair.
It's only right and just.
It's what your representatives are doing, reporting on.
What else is our great empire for if not for propagating its own self?
Exactly.
Of course we have the same growth dynamics as the cancer cell. That's why we roll.
I'm moving. That's pretty dark.
Yeah, it's a little dark. But this would be an externalized conquest of the universe. In some ways being trapped. Like, the best literature about God, the best mystical texts get written when everyone's locked up. Be it the Middle Ages with the plague, or recently we had the whole world locked up. We probably have some new generation of mystics yet to emerge from their caves. Alright, man. This is a victory lap. This is nice.
Alright. You want to do another one?
Come and see.
Do fish swim? Get us a nice soft one.
So do you want to do an easier one?
That was a nice level. I think for me, mastering the resupplies and just making sure I'm not running out of bullets is like my whole sweet spot.
We'll do level 2.
That's important.
It's going to be a raise the flag again.
Let's do it.
But it's going to be against the robots.
Did you say shift tab? Okay, that shift tab lets me. Okay, what lets me leave the window? That's shift tab. Okay, brilliant.
Like leave the shift tab thing again.
Yeah, no. I got I'm getting better at flowing in and out of this game.
Yeah, alt tab is the best way to get out of the game.
Dude, I've got a whole bunch of I got a whole bunch of skulls all over my stuff. It's kind of cool. Kind of deathy, I suppose. Armory. The armory is where you can shop for stuff. Alright, primary. We got the assault rifle, the sniper rifle, the submachine gun. Okay, we're all good. 25 seconds to the pods.
Run it. You got to
run it.
Run it.
I'm in my pod. All right, reporting for duty. Here we go. For freedom.
All right. Here's the mission.
Yes.
This is the goal. Raise the flag over here.
Okay.
Then extract, along with clearing all the red zones. We're gonna drop.
I'm with you.
We're gonna drop here.
Okay, that sounds good. Now I am going offensive. Supply and this. Ready up. I'm ready. Let's hit this. Sir Blaster is covered in gore.
Yes, I am.
Is that a good thing?
Yep, that's because I survived the last mission.
You make sense to me.
So why am I clean? I killed more people than you.
Because you died right at the end.
I must have died too.
I'm just kidding.
You're like fresh with bug juice, more or less.
Yeah.
Dude, I bet that shit's poisonous. Take a shower, man.
Now we're gonna get covered in oil from robots.
Let's do it. No robots. God dang it! I forgot to specify that. Okay, as long as our guns work against them, I'm happy. But when they start pulling our guns out and showing them to us, we gotta cut that shit out.
Don't worry, I'm here to cover your ass.
I don't know. Like fighting other life is. What's the third race? And there's some kind of intelligent species of bacteria or something. What are
the Illuminate.
Yeah.
Also known as the squids.
Okay, the squids. All right, I'm figuring this stuff out. The SWAT wasp launcher. Give me that sweet machine gun. Give me those sweet rounds. Alright, we don't need the resupply. Alright.
Alright guys, follow me.
Reloaded. I'm with you. Where are we at? There's a whole bunch of resupply there if you need anything. What do you got over here, dude? The wasp launcher backpack? What the hell's this?
How do I use it?
I just put it on. How do I use it?
I don't know how to use the wasp.
That's a great question. That's for our sand pay over here.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Fucking robots, dude. Piece of shit robots. All right, it's fun to fight robots. That was fun.
So, how do I use this jetpack, Seth? Or where the fuck am I looking at here?
So you don't have a jetpack, you just have a weapon.
A wasp weapon.
Like your weapon, you have the wasp.
This gun.
What? How do you use the wasp?
Yeah. Has an extra backpack.
Scope in. The backpack is what carries the ammo. So you scope in, and then you put an enemy in your sights.
Yeah,
and
then
shoot
it'll
the fuck out of it. Because it'll like let you. It'll let you fire after something's in your scopes.
I see, and something will come out of your back like some kind of super.
All right, there's some good in here.
Nice. What is that? Wasp launcher.
Super credits. I need super credits, so grab those.
I'm glad we're earning our keep out here, earning some income, while we're colonizing this planet with our awesomeness and our explosives. Well, it's us or the robots. Pick your master, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to work for these things. These things look fucking pissed off.
Hello.
Okay.
Why did that thing not go off?
Watch out for the crossfire. Crossfire is a BITCH out here in these STRATHs. No, I almost like plowed into you though.
Oh, nice.
Like with my poorly sighted situation. All right, man.
All right. Did you hear the call out west 100 meters?
West 100 meters. I did. It's nice.
Not used to following direction like that.
Yeah, but sometimes the voice in your head knows.
I like it.
Especially when it knows how not to die at the hands of crazy robots. Dude.
All right.
Cannot be overestimated. Okay, I'm calling in the flag by doing a super flag. Oh, it isn't even hard. Requesting a flag. I think it did it. Yeah. Orbital precision strike. There are orbital precision strikes available out here in these streets.
I brought a sentry for your enjoyment.
Well, fantastic. Is it going to walk around and kill everything? No, it's going to stay put and kill everything. I'm going to stay next to it.
It will kill you if there's bugs on the other side of you. If you're in between it and the enemy.
I see. Maybe a little healthy distance then. Here come those robots. Dude, you can just shoot them in their carrier. You don't have to let them touch the ground. Dude, we're in a nightmare. Someone just dropped off Terminator bots like one rock over. This is so hyper realistic. The music's over the top. I mean, I'm hearing horns, I'm hearing strings. I'm liking the patriotic music.
Drop shit.
You can just like nuke them while they're still attached to that thing. Dude, they're just dropping off like... Your Guardian's nice, dude. That thing knows what's up. I'm gonna call in a resupply. Cool down. Are we just gonna hang out here and they're gonna keep doing this? Because I love this. Love the precision of this.
Are we waiting for the... There's a flag?
I think so.
Did you put it up?
I thought so.
What do we do? Set.
No, it's going up. It's going up. I called in a precision orbital strike. Sorry.
Oh.
I think my
close.
precision orbital strike got you. Your Guardian went away. Maybe my precision orbital strike had something to do with that. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
And you have
No,
to
it
throw
ran
those-
out of ammo.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad I didn't hurt it. I want to get this wasp going.
Do it.
Oh, the wasp was a targeting thing. Oh, the wasp was a targeting instrument. That's really cool. You just kind of let it grace into where where these robots are, and then you have like really precise machine gun. Reinforce dead roommate. Okay. Reinforcing supply coming in. What else we got stratagem wise? Got a resupply here.
Dang it! It's trying to land on you.
What's up? Here's a resupply. I think you died over there. The flag's going up. Is the flag up? The flag looks like it's up. Wait, you just got turned into a mush pie. That was graphic.
All right, and then call me back in.
I will. I was just thinking, I have a job to play here. Hold on. All right, all right.
The flag is raised. We're on to the next objective.
Okay, all right. So we're just chilling out. Yeah, I think it's been up for some time. How you doing, Sir Wolcott?
I'm pretty good.
So,
did you get that sighting? Did you get that sighting thing? That sighting thing is if you go left mouse button, the wasp on your back like makes your shots like all homing.
Yeah.
It's like you can take down all the bad robots.
Really fast.
Make the dream much nicer, much faster.
The dream.
Transform.
Dead robots.
Transform the fever dream.
Wars.
All right, so you guys need to know how to take out the.
Oh
this
yeah,
thing.
you can't hit those things.
What are they?
Contact mines.
Oh yeah, the mine. All right, so the way that you take this out is by throwing a grenade into one of these two holes in the top or the door when it's open.
Okay.
You missed.
Oh, I see. I'm shooting for the fire.
There you go.
I see where the hole is now.
There you go. You got it.
Nice.
Don't hold the grenade for too long.
Oh shit, Sir Wolcott.
I saw that coming. Dude,
you pulled the grenade and forgot to throw it, man. That's That's 101, dude.
Well, I thought I had it in my hand. It's like go off until I throw it.
It's so pretty when it's
holding the clef still. I haven't thrown it yet.
all good, dude. This
All right,
is
who
fun.
wants a
It's
jump
fun
pack?
It's fun to blow up. I want that wasp back, dude. Where's that wasp?
It's
There's
around
that
here.
wasp. It's right there. I got the wasp launcher. There's the accelerator rifle. Here's your liberator, Peter. It's right here.
Who wants a jump pack?
Is that a jump pack? I think I have to
So
give up my wasp.
You have a backpack, so okay. So
Yeah.
you don't have the wasp. You only have the backpack with you. So what you need is this over here.
Show me. Okay. Great. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so that's the one. Oh Jesus, this is better than what I had before. That's just the backpack. Okay, great. Thank you for this. We're going to reload this thing.
All right. So you see northwest where the pin is, the orange pin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
head
where
towards
we're
the pin. Nice. Okay, I am getting the orienteering. Orienteering. This has been a fun night, guys.
Yes, sir. Ow.
Bot
Shit.
drop detected. Not today! Someone's like losing their shit over here. Why isn't this working? Oh, because I gotta reload
I
this.
blew myself up because I forgot I changed my hotkeys.
Is that right? Boy, this wasp is not working. Okay,
There it is.
that worked.
I think that was the wasp.
But, like, that was very slow. This is not fast.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, this was just.
I like that machine gun better.
Yeah, the machine gun is pretty fucking.
Hard to argue with the machine gun.
This thing is fairly slow.
Can you just do stims for fun?
Yeah, you can do sims whenever you want.
Do they do anything?
You gotta keep going, right?
Yep.
Headed north. Alright, this wasp is crazy and bulky. I'm going machine. I was just using machine gun with just the regular sighting in my HUD. That was working real nice. Uh-oh, we got robots to the right.
Ow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get my pistol out. This wasp is useless.
It only targets large enemies, I'm pretty sure.
Then it's really got to be. You really got to have your 1 and 2 out here.
All right, guys, this one's all yours.
We're just gonna try to blow it up.
So remember, if the grenade
you
doesn't
gotta-
go through the hole, it won't blow up.
You got to go into the hole.
I got eliminated.
Peter, you're coming back to life right here. I'm getting this outpost here. Ah, Jesus. I got a little hinky. I got them. But they got me. If you call in the stratagem of reinforcements, I will reappear. Oh, here I come. Here I come. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff, you evil nerd jackets?
Behind you.
Here. I think it's right over here. There it is.
Ow.
Alright, got this lame old wasp. Cool. Super cool.
All right, let's go for extract.
Alright. We're headed towards orange.
Orange up arrow. It is west.
Cool. Man, this is Dr.
Make
Seuss
sure
gone
you
wrong.
call
this
it in
planet.
when you get here.
Can't?
No.
I hear ya. It's like Dr. Seuss on a terribly bad trip. Okay, so we're gonna call reinforce, call... What are we doing here? Here comes the new machine gun. Here comes the new resupply. Did you call in the situation? The extract?
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
Yep.
Here's some resupply if you need anything. Evil robots to the right. Evil robots behind us. Okay, I'm going to go to your left, Peter, or your right, Peter. Ah, great. I really dig this thing you dropped here. Nice. More sentries? More sentries. I hope they don't shoot each other. Okay. Gotta get out of the way when it lands, right?
Yeah, it's kind of out of the center.
50 seconds. This is fun. This is working, man. These things are pretty good. These robot cannons are pretty good. I feel safe when they're close by. They're kind of all about.
Did you just shoot me?
Hating evil robots. I didn't shoot anybody. Your sight. Somebody's getting sighted here. Dude, there's a dead teammate. You nerds. We're killing each other. Kill robots, not friends.
Hey, Paul.
Do
you want to know what a grenade can do to you?
Yeah, I'm sure it sucks. Don't do it. Don't do it, you animal.
I'll just do it close by.
You just killed me, dude.
Too close.
That was a little too close. Dude, reincarnate. I gotta go pick up all my shit. Come on, man. We can't be fragging each other. The fuck? What in the actual fuck?
That's what you do when you have too many lives left over.
It's what you do. What I do is
don't stack.
Pop a cork, dude. All right, let's go. There's a wasp system. Extraction complete. Yeah, pick on the level 4, dude. It's super fun.
You want to do a level 3?
That was pretty good level. That was pretty good. What was that level?
2.
Sure,
I
man.
think I'm gonna peel off, gentlemen.
Sounds good. I might be getting a little tired too. 10. I'm gonna go catch up with the missus as well. That would be excellent.
What do you say we try the hardest just for fun?
So we watch ourselves get peeled? No.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're gonna get peeled in front of our eyes. Like,
He's got honorable duty.
Honorable duty, dude.
Yeah.
They're trying to dopamine you into this situation.
Every day, you know.
1% every day. Dude, that's hilarious. Well, gentlemen, it has been a privilege and an honor. It's been really nice hanging out with you. I say we break. This was super fun. This was super duper fun. Have an awesome time. Have an awesome evening.
Whoa, there's
any final thoughts?
There we go.
Final thoughts. Any
Final
final thoughts?
Any final thoughts? God bless America. Have an awesome night.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Have a great time.
Good news.
Take it easy, everybody. We're going to go out on a little bit of music because we can.
How do we get
And we haven't finished this song all night, so I'm just going to finish this song. Here it is. All right, all right.
Shadows blend where the sky unfolds. Unlocking colors drip like liquid gold. Your hand in mine, we're chasing time. Through the spectrum, love is redefined. Every hue's a door, every shade a key. Unlocking the heavens we were meant to see. Crimson whispers, violet sighs. Clouds ignite as the daylight dies. We're falling fast, but I'll never let you go. Every hue's a door, every shade a key, unlocking the heavens we were meant to see. Gradients, all they pull me in. Sunset gateways where new worlds begin. In the purple and in the blues, in other dimensions, our secret rendezvous. Crimson whispers, violet sighs, clouds ignite as the daylight dies. Awe and wonder in the amber glow. We're falling fast, but I'll never let you go. Chasing love on the sunset high. In other heavens they'll know our names. In secret colors we're one and the same. Gradients, so they pull me in. Sunset gateways where new worlds begin. In the purple and in the blues, in the dimensions, our secret rendezvous. Colors were one and the same. Radiant, so they pull me in. Sunset gateways when new worlds begin. In the purple and in the blues, in other dimensions, a secret rendezvous.